Stern Show.
All right. Let me take a couple of phone calls, and then I'll get to the gorilla tapes. We have an agenda this morning. I have much to get to. I have 500 pages of notes, Robin. Literally, I have notes here in my computer.
There are notes in your computer you didn't even look at this week. Why bring it if you're not going to look?
Yeah, all right, so...
Turn it
Rub
on.
it in. Rub it in.
Turn it on.
It is on.
Okay.
It's on right now. Hey, did you see the cover of Mad Magazine?
No.
Yeah, I'll run through my notes. I really like having this computer now, this laptop.
Yes, and when you use it, it's very nice.
It's great because I actually write all my notes in one place. And I keep it on 24 hours a day. I created plugs throughout the house where it's by my side.
So at dinner, you have it plugged in.
Oh, yes.
So you know what agenda you want to discuss there.
That's right.
Nothing spontaneous about him.
In fact, I'm so into this. You know, we have a real problem. I shouldn't discuss this on the air because I'm going to go into Tom today and discuss it with him.
Why would you do that?
Well, because he's going to... We got to get 2 computers for our office that work properly. Yeah. So I called my buddies at IBM, and I said, tell me 2 computers that are fairly inexpensive that can run our huge database, because we keep track of everything on the show. And with that database, we put together best of, and whenever we need to find a past tape, we can find it. I said, but I got to go to... I mean, it's not fair that I foot all the expense for this. I'm going to put together I'm going to hire a guy to do the program and everything. I'm not going to ask the station to pay for that, even though I don't know why I don't. But Tom's got me so programmed that I'm not supposed to ask for anything. But in order to run the show, we need it.
You just want him to buy the computer.
Yeah, and I'll do all the rest. I don't know why, but I'll do all the rest. I'm not sure exactly how that works. But the whole package would cost about, for 2 computers and everything, about $10,000 maybe.
Ooh, that's a big number for Tom.
I know. I don't know how to approach this guy about doing business in the 90s.
We don't even have phones, Howard. This is the
I know,
1990s.
but I can't find anything. The computers are too slow. We have computers back there that run out of memory every 2 minutes. Those haven't worked in months.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're out of memory. And they run out. And these computers are, state-of-the-art type IBMs that'll just... They'll run OS2, and it'll be a good system. It'll be foolproof. Right now we have a system back there that can be erased by anybody. This one will be locked. It'll be the way to do it. But I don't know, anything higher than $50, this guy has to go consult the Magic 8-Ball. I mean, it's a whole big thing. Because
you already gave him that whole laptop discussion for Fred and his sound effects.
I've given up on that.
And he just said, oh, that's nice.
In fact, you know what kills me?
Did that die?
Well, it sort of died. I went in and pitched it to him. I thought he would come back to me and say, Howard, I thought about it and I want to do it. I figured out a way that the station could be digital for about $7,000. It usually costs about $40,000. I figured out, how can I do this? So anyway, I was talking about it on the radio about all the stuff I want to do for Fred. So our sister station, BCN, contacted IBM and stole my whole system, and they've already put it in.
How come they can do that?
I don't know.
They're the same company.
They did it for their morning show. How could that be? It's because we have Tom, and they have people who know how to run radio.
They probably assume you have it, right?
Yeah, they assume that I have it, but they got it.
We want what Howard...
After I put together the whole system with the guys from IBM, I sat there and came up with the program.
Notice Tom doesn't run it now.
No. Oh, please. What am I going to tell you? So I don't know. Every time I try to bring up some technology to the dude, it's like dealing with... I see the smoke coming out of this guy's ears. Tom, what do I do with you?
We're gonna put BC... You said you could do 4 hours, so is this it?
What?
We're putting the 4...
I'm doing 4 hours on you. It drives me nuts. I've been planning... I sat down yesterday with a guy from IBM, and I sat there. I said, please give me the figures again, and give me your lowest figures. What is the cheapest we could do it for?
Yeah.
I'll pay for all the programming, which will run into the thousands of dollars. I said, just tell me, just to get 2 computers...
Just to get the hardware.
Just to get the hardware.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
Tom, I don't know what to do. Let me make a presentation to you after the show.
Hair. But wait, I'd like to... This thing...
Forget this thing. I got to get the database in before this thing.
Okay, because if I remember correctly, the conversation about that ended after we sat there, you, me, and Ralph.
Yeah, I brought Ralph into the meeting.
That's a bad...
That was a bad move. All right, yeah. You, me, and Ralph. Yeah, okay. All right, that was a mistake.
Right.
Your power meeting.
And I said, it's great. Now, where do we go from here, Howard? You said nothing. I'm not ready to.
Well, I thought I didn't want to. I just wanted to see if you brought back up. I'm just working you in. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got to really talk to you about this database thing, but I want to do it like in a professional way off the air.
No problem.
You know, as opposed to an unprofessional way on the air. All right, go ahead, Tom. Go back there. I've got things to do. No, I don't want to share any moments. Did you see the cover of Man Magazine?
No.
It was like private parts.
Oh, really?
The book, but they had Rush Limbaugh naked on my book cover.
Oh.
Yeah, it really bummed me out. I was just like, I'm forever tied to that fat slob.
Won't he go away?
No. He won't go away because he's not on against us. If he went on against us, he'd be gone. Captain Janks, you there?
And now, the man Brother Weeze wants to shoot. Captain Janks.
Yes, good morning, Howard.
Hey. So, who'd you call?
I phoned Good Day New York. Good Day Street Talk. I've been in New York these past couple of weeks, so I've been terrorizing the New York shows.
Hey, is that show with Felipe Luciano?
Yes, Felipe Luciano and former Mayor Ed Koch.
I was watching that the other day. I saw that with former Mayor Ed Koch, but I didn't hear you call in.
They were talking about people who actually cash in food stamps to go buy drugs.
Well, it's on every day.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I saw, but it's not with Mayor Koch every day.
Not every day, but this particular day it was.
Yeah, I saw this day.
Yeah.
It was good, and he's like real radical now. He tries to like challenge people. He's actually trying to have an opinion.
Well, he's got nothing to do now, Howard.
Yeah, well, a lot of guys now are trying to have opinions. Like, you know, guys who never used to have opinions on TV.
Yeah.
You know, now they're trying to be like personalities.
Yeah, reporters who for years were told never to have an opinion are now trying to have one.
Yeah, they're trying to have an opinion. And it's funny to watch this sort of birthing process going on the air with guys who have been puppet heads for a real long time, and now all of a sudden have to start like giving opinions and being outrageous. It's interesting. Anyway, so yeah, go ahead. Let me play the call.
Oh, cool.
That's the impression. That's the perception you take away. We're taking your calls at 212-955-WNYW. Here's Joseph from Manhattan. Joe?
Hey, I have a friend at the supermarket who would exchange my food stamps for cash at 50 cents on the dollar, and I used to go out and buy Howard Stern videos.
Yeah, and that guy ought to go to jail. Who does that for you? That was one of those guys from Howard Stern, so we'll forget about it. Joe.
I think what I need to tell you.
Mayor Koch ready to take off on that.
Yeah, that's good.
Isn't that the guy who did Light My Fire, Howard? Jose Luciano?
Yeah, that's him, Felipe Luciano. Jose Feliciano. Felipe. And he's a black guy.
Yeah, well, he's half black, I think.
I don't know what's going on there.
Sounds Hispanic to me.
Yeah, but there's a lot of Hispanics who look black. You know what I mean? You get all confused.
I can't tell them apart up here, Howard.
You're not sure where they stand. You know what I mean? It's like they're full black guys. You should see this guy. He's got full African features and everything. And his name's Felipe Luciano. It's pretty funny.
Only in New York.
Because you tune in and you're like, hey, it's a black guy with a show. And you're digging it.
But doesn't he have a sort of accent even?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, you know, he's Spanish. And you don't know what I don't even know. Do blacks like Spanish people? I don't think they get along.
What if they're black and Spanish?
I don't know. 2 strikes.
But do they just fight with themselves?
I don't know.
I don't think blacks like gypsies, Howard.
You know what's weird about it? You tune in, like a Felipe Luciano, and you can't even figure out why you don't like him. You know what I'm saying, Robin? You don't know where
You
can't figure out the exact reason you don't like the guy. If you don't like Spanish people, you're not sure he's Spanish. If you don't like black people...
He's just guilty twice.
All right.
Guilty.
Very good, Captain Janks. I must move along.
Now let's go to Marlon Sanborn of the San Fernando Fire Department. He's on the telephone now.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello,
please,
can you
go
hear
ahead.
me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, the San Fernando Valley Fire Department has advised that everyone please stay indoors. We've set up a 1-800 number where residents can call. That's 1-800-527-8376. Okay, that's for Howard Stern's New Year's Eve pay-per-view special. Okay, Bernard?
Yes, indeed. But, Marla, can you give us any kind of a damage estimate? Can you tell us what is the latest you have in terms of reports, in terms of buildings damaged and fires, and what is the status of anybody who has been injured? Oh, I'm told that was a crank call.
All right.
Well, were you listening?
Our coverage will continue in a moment.
I don't know. The music.
I don't know.
It's like you wonder if those guys can even hear the people they're talking to.
I don't know. I just think someone writes down questions for them and they ask them. All right, I'll ignore that idiotic statement.
Doesn't matter what you answer. I'll just move right along.
Do I have to break, Fred, or could I take another phone call? All right, let me take another 1 or 2 phone calls, and then I'll get to the Gorilla tapes right after these words.